I knew people loved Star Wars, but like when you get to see that like people love Star Wars as much as you and people are just so passionate about it, I don't know, I just think it's so much fun.
Bailey!
Hi, Bailey!
How are you?
I love the Rey artwork!
Yes!
Thank you.
And the first thing we like to ask all our guests is, are you ready to share with the world what does Star Wars mean to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome.
That is our favorite answer around here.
Yes.
So we like to kick off with what we call our semi-rapid fire. 5 with the Force.
Okay.
Just to get like your Star Wars baseline. So our first question is, what of all of the Star Wars movies, what are your guilty pleasure? Which one is your guilty pleasure favorite? I'm sorry, can you tell I'm warming up this morning? No, I can't even put a sentence together. Which one's your guilty pleasure?
I've never like really believed in guilty pleasures. I don't know. I just feel like you should love what you love.
Yeah.
But I know like a lot of people love the prequels. But I would say mine is The Force Awakens. Like, I don't know. I just like love the one, as you can see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I watched it today. It holds up.
I'm the same as Bailey, but mine is the easy answer for someone my age. Mine's, of course, Empire Strikes Back. I love it. But like really close is Force Awakens because Bailey loves it so much. You know, it's just really it was a bonding moment for both of us when that movie came out, and our whole family, frankly. So
yeah.
That's
that's
wonderful.
awesome. Oh, do you want to roll a d6 for me, Dave?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
My life is in boxes right now. Bailey misses. I'm
My life is
moving,
in
so that's
boxes.
why I'm in Naboo today.
Nice.
3.
Okay, 3. Which is your favorite bounty hunter?
yeah, my favorite bounty hunter is probably because I like Empire Strikes Back so much is Bosk. I love Bosk. It's like that whole crew of bounty hunters is cool, but I love Bosk. And it's really funny as I've continued to get older and stuff. I just loved a lot of the alien designs from that original trilogy.
Yes.
These bright colors and everything like that. And then it's funny to know that was just a leftover costume from Doctor Who. I was just like, oh, okay. There's something laying around that they threw on this masked character. And that makes it even more interesting to me.
The magic of filmmaking.
I know, right?
I would say mine is The Mandalorian. I just love the Mandalorian series. And in the beginning, like, he is a bounty hunter for like Grogu, but then, you know, I think Pedro Pascal does such a good job at that like complex character, and I love the Mandalorian.
Yeah, with the mask work too, that's so difficult to actually like pull off.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, do you guys have a favorite line to quote?
Oh, this is a kind of a funny family joke, actually. Tell them the line, Bailey.
Okay, so in episode 3, when Padme is giving birth to Luke and Leia, the nurses go like, ooh, bah. So we always say that to each other, like if someone's worked up or like my dog is like barking like crazy, we're like, ooh, bah.
So that's the line we say around here.
It's so random.
We're just like, ooh, bah, calm down. It's okay. Everything will be good.
That's fabulous. That's the first Oompa appearance on our show. I love it.
I want to use that. I'm going to take that and make it my own. Sorry, guys.
Yes, please do.
You totally should.
That is hilarious. Okay, besides the films, what's your favorite content? And it could be anything from the TV shows to the action figures to the games, the novels.
Go ahead, Dane.
Okay, so I feel like mine changes all the time, but recently I feel like I've loved the Bad Batch and Skeleton Crew. I don't know, I really loved Skeleton Crew recently, and then we watched Bad Batch, and like, I don't know, we loved like Omega, and like just like you got to see like these different like clones. I just loved that series.
I think we loved how hopeful Omega was and how positive she was in that series. We'd all sit down and watch that as a family, like appointment viewing. There it is, that time to watch it. So yeah, we love Bad Batch. Mine is, of course, I love The Mandalorian, but I play video games a lot, and I just love Jedi Survivor. I love Cal Kestis and his crew, his motley crew, I guess. And just that story is just so Star Wars to me. It's a great adventure, and I just love that series.
Right on. Those are awesome answers.
They are.
Okay, last of the five with the Force. What is your favorite Disneyland Star Wars attraction?
I think this is easy for Bailey. Of course, it's Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah. We love Rise of the Resistance. Yeah, we love Disneyland, and I don't know that Ride is just I think our favorite in all all of Disneyland. It's just next level. You're just next to a life-size AT-AT, and you're going from room to room. It's just insane.
It is insane. Dave's not been on it yet. He's not experienced.
I have not been to Disneyland since Batu was created.
Oh, then you gotta go.
I know.
It's almost emotional experience. It's so cool. We met when they were doing this virtual queue, and we couldn't. And it started early in the morning trying to get it, and Bailey and I were couldn't sleep because we were afraid we weren't going to get up to try and get in the virtual queue. So when we got, we're all jumping up and down in the hotel room, and some of the other members of the family are asleep. Oh no!
They're it's not that serious. I'm yes, it is.
It's not serious, but it was to us.
It's the same panic.
We also real fondness for Star Tours because my kids, as they're small, we went on it and went on it and went on it. And they kept going, let's go on Star Tours again. I'm deal.
Not a problem with me.
Well, talking about Star Tours and doing it as a family, Mitch, let's start with you. What was your introduction to Star Wars, and can you take us through that experience?
Sure, I can start. And of course, it was back in the 80s when I was a little kid. I don't remember specific events, but I definitely remember going to the theater to see it. I can picture that theater in my mind. It was a small town theater with the box office in the middle, and you'd walk in the doors and the popcorn stand on the left and the red carpet, and you'd go through the doors. And I mean, it was it's emblazoned in my memory, this theater experience of going, even so much that in my living room, I painted a 4-foot by 5-foot painting of me just sitting in the theater watching Star Wars. It's kind of an animated style.
That's neat.
And so the theater's empty because to me, no one else was in that theater, So
So cool.
That's awesome.
So that's my experience. And of course, I loved during Christmas getting the Star Wars toys through the years. That was so fun, and just almost continuing to live those adventures through my toys. So
nice.
Absolutely. And are you do you remember a time before Star Wars, or was Star Wars just always around for you?
For me, Star Wars is always around. That's all I remember. Those are all the happiest moments of childhood. And I bet to Bailey, it's Star Wars is always around too, right?
Yeah.
What was your introduction?
Yeah, I feel like Star Wars has always been a thing. I don't really remember life without Star Wars. It's just been a part of my life. I have an older brother, and he just wanted to watch episode 1 over and over again. It was the only way to chill him out when he was young. And so but I feel the first kind of solid memory I have is in the house I grew up in, we would watch Clone Wars as a family. And so and I loved Ahsoka so much. So I feel that was kind of the first solid memory I feel I had of Star Wars.
That's awesome.
Tell them the story of what happened with Ahsoka and Clone Wars Bay.
Oh, okay. So I loved as I said, I loved Ahsoka so much. And so when they announced that they were stopping Clone Wars, I was really upset. And so I remember I don't really have a picture or anything, but I remember I wrote this letter that was I'm so disappointed. I was probably maybe 11 at the time, and I was I'm so disappointed. I love Ahsoka so much. And then my dad was I can send it, and so he found an
so I
address
found an address of where to send it to Lucasfilm. And I'm okay, I'm a proud dad here. She's sending a disappointment letter because no more Ahsoka until what happened.
And then I remember like being on the front yard, like playing, and then my dad like got the mail when he came home from work, and it was like a letter from Lucasfilms addressed to my name. And I like was freaking out, and like I opened it, and like I still have it. Like it's a letter from like signed from Kathleen Kennedy, and it said like, "Thank you for your interest in Clone Wars. Like we're so happy it resonated with our community." Dave Filoni is currently working with his team on a new series that will hopefully include Ahsoka. It's like now we know it's Rebels, but like it's so cool.
That's so nice that they took the time, and but they also got it, and someone ran it up the flagpole. That's very cool.
Yeah,
for real.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
We always refer to ourselves like I grew up on the original trilogy, so I'm an original trilogy kid.
Nice.
and Elora grew up on Phantom Menace, the prequel trilogy, refers to herself as a prequel trilogy kid. So Bailey, would you consider yourself a Clone Wars kid, a Ahsoka kid?
That's a good question, because like I feel like I have a picture of when I was like 8 in Disneyland, and I have like a Her Universe shirt on that says like Jedi in Training, and it was like a picture of Ahsoka. So like I feel like that, but like when I think of like Star Wars, to me, I think like the sequels, because I was like 13 at the time, and so I feel like that's like what I remember the most, and like is what dear to my heart. So it's kind of both.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're in that like kind of sweet spot where you were experiencing Clone Wars live, but had the prequels to watch and get caught up on.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there's something too about the first Star Wars you see in a movie theater, like has a big impact. Yeah,
for sure.
It stays with you.
When we saw The Force Awakens and everyone started clapping when the Lucasfilm logo came up, I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, we all love Star Wars. And so I think, that's definitely a part of it being in the movie theater.
That's spectacular.
We just love movies so much as a family, too. That's like, that's what we miss so much is Star Wars in the movie theater right now.
Yeah.
Mitch, what were the elements of Star Wars that resonated with you that you hoped would resonate with Bailey?
Yeah, great question. I think some of the things that resonated with me is the fun, the hope, the adventure of Star Wars. I think that's really, to me, what makes Star Wars. And I don't know if it would resonate with them, but they got to see Star Wars no matter what in our house. And I hoped that would, that's what they would like in Star Wars, those kind of things. So,
yeah.
And Bailey, what were those the things that resonated with you? Are there other things that kind of are higher up on your list, or how did you kind of react to it?
I think how I explained earlier, like Ahsoka, like I now realize that like I always resonated with like the strong like female characters. Like with the prequels, like I got to say like Padme, and like she was a strong political figure. And then like Ahsoka, she was like young like me, but like she was like turning to be a Jedi. And then as I was 13, I got to see Rey. So like I think like just representation like matters so much. And like to me, like I got to see these strong girls that had like power. So like I think that's what resonated with me.
Yeah. And different powers too. Like, you know, Padme wasn't necessarily strong with the Force, but like, you know, I wouldn't want to go up against her. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
She was an awesome leader. Right.
Yeah. Completely intimidating. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the one moment where you guys realized you're both huge fans of this and it's something you can bond over?
Well, I think there's a couple things I can think of. I'm bad with yours. Sorry, but
that's all right.
I started... I made a Tusken Raider costume. I wanted to go to what was called back then Salt Lake Comic-Con. I'm like, okay, I want to do this. And Bailey was kind of like my handler, like at like a character handler at Disneyland. And so, I mean, that thing is so hard to see out. It's just these two little holes that you can barely see out of that Tusken Raider helmet. And Bailey led me around Comic-Con that whole day, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is something that's so cool that we can do together.
Yeah.
And then right after we watched Force Awakens, Bailey's like, I want to be Rey for Halloween. Yeah. And so Bailey and I worked together to make as accurate a costume as we could. We sewed fabric together. We dyed the fabric, all kinds of stuff, leather work, and she helped me out as much as she could. And it was just a fun time together doing that.
Yeah. I so inspired by your guys's like fandom relationship, but like, and the fact that you're father-daughter, as someone who's also very close with her father. So I think my question, and maybe it's too deep this early in our conversation, but I'm curious kind of, what that's meant for you both, and a kind of fun spin on that, maybe like what character do you see most in each other?
Oh, that's a good question.
It just came to me, so I apologize.
No, you're good.
What do you think, Bae?
Yeah,
and hopefully it's not Darth Vader.
No, I'm not getting that vibe.
I don't know.
I was like, I don't think it's Anakin. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it just means a lot that there's something that like we can do together, because I know that like a lot of father-daughter relationships, like it could be like, I don't know. So like the daughter doesn't like sports or something, and so like I think like it is something that we can both do together, which is really important because like our whole family loves Star Wars, and so like even just like through the day, like, okay, did you see that this got announced? And like that's just something that can like make topics almost like make us text during the day, like when we're both at work or something like that. But in terms of like character, like this is like very random, but this is like my first thought, like because we were just talking about Bad Batch, like Omega and like Hunter or something, like these like because like you see like there's a lot of father-daughter like in like arc, but like it's like sometimes they didn't get to see each other, like Anakin and like Leia and stuff like that. And so even like Rey and like Han, like they like there starts to be like father-daughter relationships in the film. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that sort of found family that's coming in to Star Wars lately too. But we just are positive people. I mean, and like of course I see Ahsoka in her, how positive she is and how thoughtful she is of other people. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. That might have been out of left field. Sorry.
You're totally good.
I love your guys' energy, and it's very inspiring when families share fandom, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
I want to. This is just an observation I had while you were talking, Bailey, which I find fascinating. I love talking to younger fans because it changes my point of view of the franchise. But Bailey, as I refer to Darth Vader, you refer to him as Anakin because that's who he is first for you. For me, he was Darth Vader first.
No, definitely.
It's so kind of interesting because in my head, I now I have a bunch of questions for you. But in my head, a little bit, they're almost different people. There's the Darth Vader and there's Anakin, and even though like some of the expanded universe or Disney canon kind of tries to blend the two together, I still kind of see them as two different people. Mitch, two questions for you. Do you see it that way as well, or do you see it differently? And also, are there any other points of view that Bailey has changed your opinion on?
Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. I see it as Darth Vader first and Anakin second.
I see it as Anakin too.
Totally,
I'm with you.
I'm totally the opposite of Bailey like that. And I do see from the prequels and the original trilogy, I see that redemption arc, which I really like that redemption arc, where Luke's love kind of saves his dad. So I do see that a little bit. But yeah, totally first Darth Vader. Darth Vader is my favorite character also. Like I collect Darth Vader stuff. That's the most random collection. Darth Vader toothbrush, anything Darth Vader, I have to collect it. So yeah. But as far as what we see different, I don't think we necessarily see things that different in Star Wars. I think as I watched her growing up being a Star Wars fan, I realized how important it was for other people besides myself to see themselves in heroes and protagonists. And it kind of changed my perspective on what Star Wars could be a little bit. And as I saw her latch on to Ahsoka or latch on to Padme array also, I went, oh, that's how a Star Wars might change in the future, is being able to show other people themselves in Star Wars. And I think that's what I saw a quote a while ago from Diego Luna, and he said he took his dad to see Rogue One, and his dad was like, oh, wait, you're the main star of this movie? Yeah, Dad, I'm the main star. And you're just talking like you with your Hispanic accent. Yeah, Dad. And he just loved that there was someone that was like him with this Hispanic accent and Hispanic. And I think that's kind of what changed my, I guess, opinion about Star Wars, is it could be so much more fun and hope and adventure to other people.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. I love it. And I agree 100%. And then, so once you began bonding over the movies, how did this connection show itself in your day-to-day interactions, in your watching of Star Wars content, and your collecting, and in your interactions?
Yeah, like I said earlier, like we will like always just like share Star Wars news with each other. Like we'll watch the new trailers together. Like we will always watch the new episodes of like the Disney Plus series together. Like if I'm gone like on Wednesday night or whenever it comes out, like he'll wait for me, even though it's like killing him, but he can't watch it yet. Like
well, like to my wife, what time are you going to be home? What you got on tonight? There's a new Star Wars episode tonight. So same with when's everyone going to be at home? Because I'm chomping at the bit to watch the new Star Wars.
Or just even like you have to go down the Star Wars aisle at the the store, like to see if there's anything Dad needs. Or like in the beginning of like I want to say 2024, like there's these things called like Disney Doorables, and they made like Star Wars ones, and like we both are like artistic people, and so we like loved the art style of them, and so like we went to like 3 different Targets to try to find them, and like we loved doing the blind boxing openings, and like that's kind of around the time we started our like accounts, and so like I feel like we're like, oh, this is something like we can do like together.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I have not fallen down the rabbit hole of the blind, like the pen collecting and then like all of that.
Because
oh my God, I know I will just want all the boxes.
We're going over to like Pop Mart to get some Star Wars blind boxes together. So we're doing. It feels like we're doing more things collecting together too.
You mentioned your mom. And I remember seeing a thing on Instagram where you were practicing spinning a lightsaber and talking about Anakin's red flags with your mom.
Yes.
And so I have to ask, how does your mom respond to all this? Is she big into Star Wars, or is she just a little? I mean, is that not her main interest? Is she just going with it?
She loves Star Wars. Like, I mean, she's been married to my dad for 30 years. Like, like she kind of has to. But she'll watch all the weekly episodes with us and stuff like that. Like, because I was like talking to her in that video about how like I'm rewatching and like I noticed how toxic Anakin is, and she's like, "Yeah, girl, like I knew." Like, and so she loves Star Wars like that. Like,
my wife loves Star Wars and loves to experience it with us. She'll feel left out if like Bailey and I were talking about the new mall trailer, and she's like, "What? You haven't showed me yet?" I didn't know about it. Yes. But she loves Star Wars too, just like us. So
like for Christmas, there's this artist called Will Gay, and he made like a Star Wars collection at Disneyland, and like there's this pink is her favorite color. Like she also has a room, and it has like all her backpack lounge flies, and it's pink and stuff like that.
Cool.
And so she wanted this jacket so bad for like 2 years, and I finally found it like on Facebook Marketplace, and like she opened it and she's like freaking out. So she loves Star Wars also.
It was a Star Wars jacket or hoodie. Pink Star Wars hoodie.
That's awesome. We love talking to collectors, and you guys collect a lot. Like, how did that journey start? What are your favorite, like, personal things to collect? Tell me about your collections. Yeah.
I mean, of course, mine's been going since I was a little kid. So this is like maybe over 40 years. We'll say that so you don't know my age.
Whatever your comfort level is.
But no, like over 50 years of collecting Star Wars stuff. And it's just like, I mean, it just adds up, as you can see in this room. I mean, but like toys from when I was a kid, getting birthday gifts for all these years. It's just collecting. And to me, that's just part of who I am and the fun of finding something new or getting something new. And I've started to get to the point where like family's like, hey, I got some Star Wars stuff. Do you just want it? I'm like, sure.
Bring it over.
Friends and family are just bringing me stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite collectible? Because the K2SO behind you is like epic.
Oh, thanks. I think the Darth Vader stuff I have, I think I have to me, I'll go around my room and think of the memory associated with it. And that's why it's in my Star Wars room.
Yes.
And like, I'm like, oh, my mom gave this to me 5 years ago. She found it at this place, and this means a lot to me. Or like, I have an original Star Wars poster that I love so much that a friend's dad who had a movie theater. It just was rolled up in a closet for the last 30 years, perfect condition. And I'm like, so all these things have a story to me. Awesome. And I think that's part of why I collect too, is the memories of these things. As fun and I don't know. But like the K2SO, that's something I made. And
wow.
That kind of started from making the Tusken Raider costume I made as a outfit. I just loved the craft of movies. I love watching those documentaries, how they do every single thing of crafting the movies. And I think that's where that journey started making the Tusken Raider. And I'm like learning leather making and making those sashes. And I'm just like, oh, and it just gives you a greater appreciation of the craft that goes into these Star Wars movies.
Yeah. Bailey, same question.
Yeah. So I feel like my dad's, his collection is very his. Like, I mean, like, we have the account together, stuff like that, but like, it has to get approved if it goes into Dad's Star Wars room. Like, it either has to be like something he really likes or something that he made or had as a kid. And so I feel like my more collecting, it's things I've gotten like in more recent years. Like I said, like I have all those doorables, and then like I have this painting my dad drew for me, and then I have stuff from the parks like Ahsoka and Rey and like ears and stuff like that. And those are more my Star Wars things. And then he has his whole collection.
You have time.
Yes, I do have time. Yeah.
Hey, what are you saying?
She's a little bit younger than me.
I'm saying he has a head start.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Good point. So the painting of Rey and BB-8 behind you was done by your dad.
Yes.
That is a wonderful piece of art, and from your account, I've noticed like you did a stained glass window where you talk about learning how to do stained glass. You made the KS2O.
K2SO. Yeah,
K2S.
It's a little tongue teaser.
We have a Star Wars podcast.
I say Yavin and Dagobah. So
I'm just teasing him.
I know. The Tusken Raider outfit. You have this incredible artistic ability, and I'm wondering, what is it about Star Wars that inspires you to not just collect, but artistically express your fandom?
Yeah, like I said a little earlier, thank you very much, by the way. I appreciate those kind of comments.
Really, like the K2SO, I had no idea you made that.
Me either.
I thought that, and that is so impressive. But so is the stained glass window, so is the Tusken Raider, so is the Gamorrean guard mask you did. All incredible.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. During the pandemic, I think lots of people started extra hobbies. And during that time, I remembered how much fun I had making my sand person costume. And I just kind of went, I want to challenge myself to do something I've never tried before. And that's what's fun. And like the 3D printing, I'm like, I don't know anything about this. And there's a learning curve to all of this. And I showed the final outcome, but you don't see all the challenges and stuff. But I think that's a great sense of accomplishment once you've overcome those challenges. For instance, the stained glass window, you said, we have an unfinished basement. So I set up a station, plastic, plastic, oh man, I can't get that word out. I put plastic all around my workstation so I wouldn't get glass all over the basement. And my wife's like, "What's this meth lab you've made down here in the basement?" I'm like, "Could you just so that the glass doesn't get everywhere?" And so, yeah, hours and hours of just learning how to cut glass before I went, "Oh, I got it now." And so I wasted a lot of glass learning, but then
not a waste.
As you get into it and you spend hours doing it, man, do I have an appreciation of stained glass now. And I look at it and appreciate it every time I see it somewhere. And and finishing that window, Padme, is just kind of a sense of pride for me that I did something and I endured through the hard parts to make it to the other end.
Wow. That's incredible. I love that as like a message for life too. Like push through the hard parts because like what you're creating is worth like the effort and worth the struggle.
Yeah.
Bailey, have you inherited this kind of like crafty edge, or how do you Star Wars?
I definitely say like I get all my artistic abilities from my dad because like our day-to-day jobs are graphic designer, and like I went to college and I for also graphic design.
Nice.
And so we're both artistic people, but like all these projects are like all him. Like like I'm there to like, he'll be like, "I want to make this next." And I was like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." Or like when we went to Disneyland, I went just with my parents for my college graduation trip, and we were like just immersed in like Star Wars and stuff like that. And like we were back at the hotel, and the prequels were just on the TV, like the hotel TV. And I was like, "Dad, you should make a life-size battle droid." And I was like, just like, and I was like, and like when you walk past it, it should say Roger, Roger. And he's like, "Great, that's a great idea."
And so I got home and started doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And so
I love how Bailey is like, "Oh, yeah, and it should also do this."
If you can make it say that'd be great.
And so I was like learning electronics to figure that part out.
I love it.
I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna need a soldering iron.
Future creative director right here. Yeah.
Yes.
Bailey, my creative director, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything on the horizon that you're going to take on next? Like, are you going to build a Death Star life-size, or?
Bailey and I were just talking about this in the last couple of weeks, but I love going to places and seeing how much people love droids. It's not a human, but like it's just like magical. And so we talked about making a chopper, a remote controlled life-size chopper.
Nice.
I'm like, that sounds hard, but I think, and it might take a while, but I think that might be worth my time and effort because I just love seeing that with little kids and the droids and even adults just light up seeing like R2-D2 at Disneyland, things like that. Anyway.
I melt down when I see the droids at like Comic-Cons and stuff.
I'm exactly.
32 years old and nothing turns me into a 6-year-old faster than a droid walking down the hallway.
Yeah,
same. So like I think it's so fun to see like someone with their hands in their pocket. I'm like, "Oh, that's the guy running the R2-D2. I want to be that guy."
Goals.
Mitch, as an original trilogy kid, why is it important to hand down the mantle of fandom to the next generation? And do you think fandom changes from generation to generation? And if so, how do you feel fandom changes from generation to generation? That was a lot of questions at once. I apologize.
That was a lot of questions, but I think I got you here.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that.
Thanks for bearing with us on a Saturday morning.
I know.
I usually sleep in on Saturday, Dave. I think it's super important to hand that down. I mean, that's why I want to hand down things that are joyful and happy to the next generation. I think that it's changed over the years. Like I see like original trilogy fans, and they love what they had as a kid, and then prequel fans what they had as a kid, and now that's what they love. And I see Bailey and the sequel trilogy, and that's what she loves. And so I see that change. And those are three really different trilogies that really speak to the time that they were made a lot. And
Yeah.
I think I hope that continues to happen. Those kind of experiences where the next generation of kids will see themselves and love those Star Wars films that they grew up with. So
Perfectly said. Yeah.
Bailey, how do you feel about like coming into this fandom, as a family member, and what is the importance of taking the torch from the previous generation and carrying it on?
Yeah, like kind of like how you said earlier, like about like I refer to him as Anakin. To me, like it like blows my mind that like the prequels were made before there was a trilogy. I'm like, well, like that connects so well and stuff like that. And so like that's just gonna keep happening. And I think it's just so important to me that these like future kids like get to see more like superheroes. Like basically like that Jedi is important to maybe like Spider-Man or like super like man to like someone else. And like this whole franchise is built about hope and like rebellion. Like I think Jyn Erso said like a rebellion is built on hope, and I feel like that's just so important like in this day and age to see like and like examples for them to like stand up for what they believe in. So,
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah, exactly. I want to talk a little bit about your TikTok or your social media. I feel like you're relatively recent to the scene. Is that correct?
Yeah, really recent. Yeah.
You're killing it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
How has your experience of becoming Star Wars social media people changed or shown you something new within the franchise or fandom?
Oh yeah.
I feel like for me, like I knew people loved Star Wars, but like when you get to see that like people love Star Wars as much as you, and like people are just so passionate about it, it's like I don't know. I just think it's so much fun. Like my friend the other day told me, she's like, I love that you like love so loudly and you're not like scared to change it for anyone. Like, yeah, my coworker might think it's weird that he found an account with me and my dad talking about Star Wars. But like, why does it matter when like these people, like you made new friends and they love Star Wars as much as you, and it's something that you guys can bond over and be happy over? Like, yeah.
Yeah, we met a new Star Wars friend locally in our area. He came over last Saturday, and I'm like, this is so weird that someone that loves Star Wars as much as us came over to our home, and we filmed videos for a couple hours, and we had such a fun time. And so that's just not something that happens on a regular basis for us. I mean, people at my work know that I love Star Wars. I don't think that's I wear it loud and proud. And but like I don't usually have an opportunity to talk Star Wars and on a regular basis with people, but like the social media already has given us some real fun opportunities and a fun time connecting with other Star Wars fans over the internet.
Yeah.
As Star Wars influencers, was there anything that as you dove into this world that really surprised you about the fandom?
I don't this is me, but I don't know. It surprised me. We try and stay on the positive side of Star Wars. We're happy with whatever part of Star Wars you love. We don't really have a negative context to Star Wars. But yeah, there's always that. But I love that when people are so positive when commenting on our accounts, and it makes me so happy when someone goes, dude, that's amazing, or whatever. I love it. It's a really new experience for us, and we're kind of still coming to grasp with the word Star Wars influencer, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. But I love that it also, what you're doing with the account and the positivity is also reflects what you said about passing the torch along, which is I want to pass along joy. And that immensely comes through in what you say, what you post, and the whole experience.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad that comes through, because that's all Bailey and I want to do is just have fun talking about Star Wars and sharing what we like about Star Wars.
Yes.
I appreciate that so much. It's what we're trying to do here with our platform too, is just focusing on what people love. I think it's interesting, so I think it's easy to fall into the online drama, the discourse, the thing we're kind of circling but not saying, but there is a negative side to the Star Wars fandom.
Yes,
and
definitely.
yeah, and it, I don't know,
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
It's okay.
This is just my own musings now, so I apologize. But
Go.
I really want to say, when we talk about negative fandom, I want to take Star Wars out of it and just talk about negative fandom.
Yeah,
because a lot of people talk about, Star Wars fandom's so negative. No, negative fans are negative. And fandom can be negative. It has nothing to do with Star Wars, Star Trek, Seahawks, Steelers, LA Rams.
Marvel,
Taylor Swift, Lord of the Rings. Negative fans are negative.
Yeah.
It doesn't put in whatever. Sorry, I did.
No.
The more you know.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to say.
Yeah, we try to avoid it like the plague, honestly. And my wife is a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and we just love engaging in, Lisa and I love engaging in that. So it's kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good metaphor for life.
Yeah, like you said, like, Taylor Swift, that's my other big thing that I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan. And so I have known this online world since I was like 12 and like being in a fandom and stuff like that. Like I know what internet friends are and stuff like that. And so like now it's translating to something different. Like Star Wars, like we get internet friends of Star Wars. So I already kind of know how to like navigate like negativity and stuff like that. I've always been positivity. So yeah, it is any fandom.
Now I want to send you a Star Wars friendship bracelet so that we can like cement both. I'm like, fandom.
Totally. On socials.
Bailey went to the Eras tour many times, and it was really fun because I went to LA with Bailey and my wife. Bailey made me a Taylor Swift Boba Fett shirt.
Oh, wow.
It's the karma's gonna, like a bounty hunter. Yeah, I made him a shirt.
I love that. Wait, okay, I'm so sorry. This is a complete side tangent, and Dave will cut it out. What night did you go to LA?
I want to say 4 or something.
I think that might have been our night too. Yeah, I think we might have been at the same concert.
Really? That'd be so funny. This
small world,
you might
right?
have heard me. I was the one screaming.
Was that you?
And I think I heard you too.
Yeah. That might have been me too.
Sorry, back to Star Wars.
No, you're totally good.
That's awesome.
So funny. What would you guys like to see in the future of Star Wars? I think we circled it a little bit.
Yeah, I think we have circled it. I just like I said, I'd like to see. We haven't had a movie in a long time, and I think the movie experience for Star Wars is the Star Wars experience. To me, my wife and Bailey and I and some of my boys have been able to go to see the first couple episodes of Acolyte and Skeleton Crew in the theater. So that was fun. That was close to that experience. Yes. Yeah. But we're so excited about The Mandalorian and Grogu coming back to theaters. Star Wars actually in theaters for a first time. And just to see, we've circled around, but to continue to let other people see themselves in these Star Wars character and how much, at least to Bailey and I, how much that representation matters. And we want to see that in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for just, like, of course, like, I'm excited for them to make more Rey movies, but then I'm also excited for Starfighter. Like, it's exciting to go meet new Star Wars characters and fall in love with new characters. And so, that's what I'm excited for the future of Star Wars.
And we know almost nothing about it. It's a complete mystery.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
That's
so
exciting. That's
yeah.
exciting.
I almost don't even want to see the trailer. I almost just want to go.
I've done that with movies sometime and like been blown away because I knew nothing. And I'm like, oh, maybe I do want that for a Star Wars movie. It's hard to control yourself watching a new trailer. New Star Wars trailer.
I'm going to remind you of that, Elora, when the trailer comes out. I'm going to be like,
stop framing it. Yeah.
Don't watch it. I'm going to be like, you can't watch it. Bailey, what are the top 3 elements that make Star Wars for you?
I would say like one is hope. I feel like that's what like the rebellion is in all these movies. Like there's always a rebellion, and like my dad said, like he hoped his kids would just see the fun in it. Like at the end of the day, yeah, there's like Star Wars is political, but like it's just like an adventure. It's like fun. And then again, like passing on to the next generation, it's just like bonding. Like there's this one fun thing that can bring us all together. And that can be it with anything. But I feel like that's fun for Star Wars, that like it can bring us all together and have like one common thing.
Yeah.
Great. Mitch, is there anything you would add to that?
I think she said it perfectly, honestly. That bonding and that fun. And yeah, I think it's perfect.
Excellent. And is there anything about your Star Wars fandom that we didn't ask you about, but you would like to add?
I don't know anything. I mean, I think we've covered a lot of our
we
fandom.
had a lot of fun. At least I had a lot of fun.
We've had a lot of fun, but I don't know anything else really.
Yeah.
One thing that I feel like made me love Star Wars growing up was Disneyland and stuff like that. Like when I was a kid, like they had these things in like Tomorrowland where it was like that's where like Darth Maul and like Darth Vader used to come out, and they would like train all the kids to be Jedi. Like even though I was like the shyest kid and I was terrified to go up there, I saw those girls in the Jedi outfits with like their spiked hair, and that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. Like there was like so much yearning inside me. Like I thought they were so cool. And so that's a part of like I love Star Wars, like just like the little kids like get to go be Jedis for a day. Like I think it's just so cute.
Yeah. No, that representation matters. That like that adult play matters. Like it inspires. That's very cool. Yeah.
You know what? I love how you use the word adult play, because now I don't feel guilty about actually playing with my Star Wars figures. There's adult play.
No, that's exactly what it is. Like you should never stop playing. Like you should always be imaginative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always be young.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Love what you love.
Yeah.
Well, what love out loud? How did you phrase it about you're out loud about your fandom?
Yeah.
Loud and proud about my fandom.
Yeah, loud and proud. That's amazing. That's awesome. So through this conversation, we talked about how you bond over Star Wars so much. Bailey has become your artistic director and project manager. How it has inspired you, Mitch, to use your artistic ability to express that fandom, to be loud and proud about your fandom, and again to incredible results. How you bond over it as a family, waiting for each other to watch it together and experience it new together. Bailey, how you were so upset about Ahsoka being
that's the best story
Clone
ever.
Wars being canceled, that you wrote to Lucasfilm and you got a reply from them.
Yeah.
After talking about all this, can you say, what does Star Wars mean to you? And we can start with Bailey and then move on to Mitch, or vice versa.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Bailey.
I think it might be like the same answer, but to me, Star Wars is family. Like it might be different, like for someone that likes Star Wars independently and their family doesn't like Star Wars, but to me, like Star Wars is those happy family like memories. Because without that, it would just kind of be a movie like that you go see like any other movie. But to me, like all these things that make us happy, like Disneyland, seeing the movie in the theater, like collecting new toys, like those are family memories that like I'll always remember. So I think that's what Star Wars means to me.
I'm going to totally second that. But yeah, Star Wars being to me a family drama almost. The whole Star Wars trilogy, the all 9 movies, I guess, is kind of a Star Wars family story. It's about family to me.
Yeah.
Everything about Star Wars. It's all the good memories of growing up in my family, all the new memories that I've made with my family. I mean, in this my Star Wars room, I have a big magnetic board with pictures of my family doing Star Wars things. And so with at Disneyland, my birthday parties when I was a kid, my kids in clone outfits and in Jedi robes. It's all about family to me. And I think that's what Star Wars is to me personally too.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is just wonderful. One question, and this hit me as you guys were talking, that I totally missed to ask, and I'd love to ask it if you don't mind. we talked about getting onto social media.
Mm.
What inspired you to create the account?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like my dad, like for a couple years, like I told him to post all these things he's making on YouTube. And so he's had a YouTube for like 3 years, but like he just never translated it to like TikTok, which is now been like what's popular, like Instagram Reels. Yeah. And so he suggested it maybe like May last year. He's like, what if we made like an account together? And I was like, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. So,
that's great.
But
that's great.
Now it's been like a great experience. Like it.
Yes. Go ahead, Mitch, please.
Yeah, we can imagine that we have this many followers so quick. I mean, we made it last year, but then we should actually try a little harder on this account. And see, we were talking about how it might be fun to like get a Disney PR package or something like that. I mean,
yes.
I mean, who knows? I mean, we don't try to assume anything, but I think it became more than that and more of a bonding experience for Bailey and I to do something together as father and daughter. And we've been having so much fun doing that. At least I have.
Yeah.
Making content and having fun talking about Star Wars. And like, it's more than I even could have hoped already.
Yeah. Like on Sundays when we both don't have work, we'll just like make content for 2 hours for like the whole week. And so that's just 2 hours we get to like spend together. And then, it's fun.
That is fantastic.
I think that's such an important call out to like to where we are with social media these days. And that like you say you're surprised. I'm not really that surprised because you guys are so passionate and you're so infectious and you're so positive. And I think that we're craving that kind of authenticity and that kind of joy right now in the world. And like, I think there's people who try to create that lightning in a bottle, but when you just have it and then you just share it, like people find it. They flock to it.
That's a very kind sentiment. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that you're the social media manager, Mitch. She's the art director. You're the social media manager. And who would have thought that would be the case?
I know, right?
That's so incredible.
Dave's like, I'm not good at social. That's incredible.
It's so true.
How can people find you if they want to find you?
Both platforms were just like Mitch and Bailey. Like if you look that up, you'll be find it. That's our TikTok. Like our Instagram's Mitch.m.Bailey. And so we also have like a Twitter and stuff like that. And so you can find us Mitch and Bailey both platforms.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll post all those in the show notes so people can just click down and go directly to you if they would like. I really infectious joy, I think, are the words of the day. You both have it, you both show it, and you both share it, and I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah,
thank you for having us.
Thanks, Dave and Elora. I really appreciate the invite, and it's been a pleasure.
Oh, good. Yay.
Excellent. It's great meeting new Star Wars friends.
It is.
It is.
Hope to keep up with you both.
Same. No, thank you guys so much for coming on. And we sometimes like to have guests back in like future seasons and like deep dive on something more specific. So maybe if you do make that chopper, maybe like we can have you back and we can chat in depth about it. Yeah.
My art director told me.
Yes, of course. This has been so fun.
I'm gonna get her involved.
I love it.
Putting me to work.
Get out there, Sandon girl.
Yes.
Well, have a lovely weekend, you two. Thank you so much.
You too.
Thanks again.
I
really appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
May the force be with you.
May the force be with you.
Bye-bye.